What's up, everyone? I am Al the Geek. Welcome to another episode of Get Off My Lawn, brought to you by the World Foam Alliance. If you have not already, you're going to do it now. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, subscribe, do all those things. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Why? Because we're a nonprofit. Does that mean we wanted to be a nonprofit? No, we make no money, but we're also a nonprofit. The only way we can actually make any money on anything like that is, however we can get it. The more likes, the more subscribes we can do, the better chance we are of being monetized and therefore make some money. Also, as I've said before, good news this year, we've started off the year very well. The website is actually getting an overhaul, meaning we have a new approach, we have a new system, and it will actually be up and running very soon, which I'm very excited about. One of the first features we're actually going to have is a Shopify thing where you can actually buy merch and things with stuff on it, never mind everything else that we're hoping to do with it. So again, these are all exciting things that we're doing. If you don't know, here at the World Foam Alliance, what we're trying to do is unite everybody across the world, across the country, across your county, village, city, province, county, I don't know, the little island you live on. The point is, so many of us, we all have some kind of dart blaster. Everybody wants to play with them, but they have no idea that there's so many people around them that can be played with. So with the World Foam Alliance, we will be that centralized location that will be able to connect everybody, let you know where others are, where groups are. Never mind also the go-to place to find out about big events, and big events are great. Now, for today, it is a special episode. Today, we do have a guest, but more importantly, today, we are going to be celebrating one Captain Xavier's birthday. It is actually his birthday today, and if you didn't get the message or if you didn't know, you should have brought cheesecake because the man will kill for a good cheesecake. In fact, today it is a good cheesecake day. But not only me, we have someone else also that quickly will jump on and share. So how about I bring on, let's see who we got first. I think his name is one Anthony. Anthony, man, what's shaking, brother?
Oh, hello. How are you?
I am great. So we have one Maritime Foam that is also here, and look at that. He is. What are you digging into, man? What is that? Some kind of fruit cake, fruit cup? What is that?
It is some sort of lemon yogurt cheesecake. I was told in no uncertain terms, no cheesecake, don't show my face. So I bought the cheapest cheesecake I could to honor Captain Xavier.
I am cheap.
So on that note, maybe we should welcome the birthday boy. We have one Captain Xavier. It is his birthday. Happy birthday, Cheesecake Man.
Who's that mook in the corner?
You don't want to know. I'm only here to take abuse from an old man today. Happy birthday.
And you will get much abuse.
So then,
No. I am going to have to bite my tongue this entire stream. I'm going to want to say so many things that I'm not.
Listen, you don't have to.
I don't know what it is about this man, but he brings out the absolute worst in me, and I love it.
Listen, you don't have to on my account. We might get banned by YouTube, but you can say whatever you want on my account.
let me referee and step in between them before the two of them go off on their own thing.
We should have been doing this stream on Luchasaur's channel. Anything goes there.
There you go, exactly. Well, if we get kicked off, we'll just quickly hijack his channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have one of my oldest friends, and I think we're actually related. I think we're like third or fourth cousins. But this is my buddy Jim. Yeah, we're I think so. And Jim, what is your YouTube channel? You've been in the chat many times.
Oh, I'm. If you've seen me on chat, I'm at the Ludus Games. I'm Jim. I'm up in Canada. We're stuck in snow, up to about here in snow. As Al said, we've known each other our whole lives, pretty much. Yeah, and I'm here to be abused by the old man. Happy birthday, by the way.
No.
Jim is new to the scene, and part of it is because I brought him and my other buddy John down last year for Maryland Mayhem, and that's where they met one Captain Xavier, and the two of them immediately hit it off with extensive abuse and fun back and forth, where I think they're happiest when they're miserablest or when they're poking shots at each other.
This man made me walk across the parking lot unnecessarily.
I would not let him get out of the car. I locked the doors. I drove back to the hotel and said, walk from here. It was about like a meter.
So, yeah, right, the restaurant, we looked up a restaurant and it was close by. We didn't realize how close it was. It was literally on the other side of the parking lot from the hotel. But we didn't figure this out until we were in the car, had driven across the parking lot. We're in front of the restaurant. We're like, well, we'll just get out and you can go park. He's like, no, locks the doors and drives back to the hotel.
Absolutely not.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Listen, we all need the exercise. Let's be honest, okay?
We've been doing HVZ all day. We were exhausted.
That's no excuse.
This is what peak Nerf performance looks like, everybody.
Absolutely. This is how we maintain the svelte build that we have that allow us to escape the shambling hordes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this is
Or
funny.
cheesecake, anyone?
Yeah, I gotta get mine. Mine's in the fridge right beside me. So I think we have Anthony on, and Anthony's got to bail soon. So Anthony, what kind of birthday advice or comments or statements do you have for one birthday boy over there?
Oh wow! No one should ever take advice from me. And if I have no, my only advice lately would be, don't let your hobbies overtake your life. And I can't give that advice to him. He's worse than me. So I have
No, not
nothing.
Captain. No.
Treat yourself. That's my birthday advice. You treat yourself.
I've got 2 slices of Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. I've got the original. I've got the Oreo Extreme Dream Extreme. I don't know what it is. They are fabulous.
You're already.
I've got a book cooking in my house. I decided to stream out here because it smelled too good in the house.
That's
What are you
good. That's a
baking?
good problem.
I'm making what I refer to as a bouffe, where I take a eye of round roast. Well, you've had it. You were here.
Yes.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, it's I take eye of round roast and I put it in a crock pot for about 12 hours. I add au jus gravy and a regular brown gravy. When I first put it in, let it cook until it just falls apart, shred it up, add another packet of brown gravy, and then I serve it over mashed potatoes and with some sharp cheddar cheese and a croissant and a root beer float.
Croissant.
We did it. We've been there.
Mm-hmm.
These two have had it.
We did. Where you been, Jim? What's your excuse?
Listen, I'm married with children. I mean, you know.
Boo! Excuses.
Okay. When my wife comes in, you can say that to her. You can say boo.
I can't. I'm in a different country. I'm safe until I return.
You're not safe. She'll see you one way or another.
Oh, this is awesome. I think you know what we're gonna do because it's a strength in numbers, and I have no idea how tone deaf the two of you are, but we're gonna sing the boy happy birthday because we're gonna forget later, and that way it's not just a solo by me.
Sing the Viking birthday song.
What is the Viking birthday song? Now you got to help me.
I've never sung that before.
I'm eating. You don't see I'm eating.
Well, then screw you. You're getting the regular birthday song.
The dirge. It goes, happy
the regular
birthday. Oh, happy birthday. May the candles on your cake burn like cities in your wake. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday. There's more verses that would all about Viking raiding and sheep shagging and Jim's mother.
Of course,
you know, all that.
Wow. I heard that. She's still waiting for her money, by the way.
All right, Anthony, you ready? Jim, you ready?
Yeah.
For the traditional.
Yes, because we're not going to top his, man. All right, ready?
This is going to get us demonetized. That song is copyrighted.
Happy birthday?
The birthday song.
Not the way I sing it.
Yeah, that's why we sing it.
No AI will detect this as being happy birthday.
If all else fails, Jim and I will give you the Eastern European Croatian version where it's
Happy
broken
birthday.
English with crazy accents, and then you won't even know what the hell we're saying to you.
Happy birthday to
Excellent,
you.
excellent.
Happy
We will
birthday.
slide under the parody laws is how we will get past it.
That's
There
right.
we go.
So then, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Everybody's turning
Scaring
down their
the
volume.
children.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Dear Captain Xavier.
Or cat has fled in
Happy
fear.
birthday to you.
Oh, these girls are so great over
Out.
games.
Wait. Cheesecake. Let me get mine. Hold on. We're going to make a group wish.
Cheesecake.
Also,
Toast
you,
with
I
cheesecake.
also brought
you know what we forgot?
What is
We
that?
told,
it's a bar of chocolate that's cheesecake flavored.
we told,
Nice.
oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. You know what? We forgot. We told everybody like you should have cheesecake for his birthday, but there's one other thing we should have told people they should have had as well.
Oh, root beer.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
yeah.
the good stuff.
Have a drink, but it's not root beer. Color.
Pretty
I had the
sure
drink,
I had
man.
that. Have I had that,
You did.
that one before? I thought so.
At my house. Yeah, man.
I don't know if I have a. Did I keep the bottle? I probably kept the bottle. One of
Maybe.
these days,
All
I'll
right,
get
ready?
around to creating the database of all the root beers I've had.
Here we go. Cheers.
A toast,
Buddy, man.
a toast
I'm
of
already
cheesecake.
set, but cheers.
All the best. Happy
best.
birthday, you crazy mook, man.
42. I was hoping to be dead by 25 from an overdose of bacon. Why am I still alive at 42?
You said that in Maryland Mayhem. You wanted to be dead
I
by
know.
noon, but you kept going. I mean, why? Just
Surely
die.
you're running out of time.
Yes, clearly.
If there was ever a time to go,
Oh, actually,
Lucky
since we
that
have,
you're- You're just the baby of the stream here. Just a young man.
actually, yeah,
He is.
you are.
He's a young man.
I am the youngest
Yeah.
one here. Yeah,
Your kid.
I'm sure that
I was
happens
on
all
a
the
stream
time.
on Monday, on the Lego stream that I get in on. It's called Old Gray Bricks, and I'm the young one of that group too.
You're so full of vigor and youthfulness. I was going to say something else, but
I think what
Still
you meant
got
is
color
vinegar.
in my beard.
well, something in vinegar. Yeah.
Yes. Pea and
Who
vinegar.
else
There we
is
go.
full of stuff from me. What?
Who else? What? Who said that?
Not me.
Anthony. Then I guess we should talk something about hobby related. And before Anthony's got to bail.
What are you working on, Anthony? I see you tinkering there. What
You
black?
know the rubber on Nerf can mold.
Oh, gross.
Ugh.
In your climate, I believe it.
I think
I've had a
everyone
pair of scissors mildew. Did you know metal could mildew?
It was very damp in your
It is
area,
very-
so
Very damp.
I believe it. It was. I was moldy by the time we left and went home.
very much. Anthony, what do you got then? Show us, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just working on a little robot, a little robot guy. I don't know if he'll work. I don't know if he'll work right now because I've been
Does
doing.
it swivel? Does it walk? What? Does it do?
Yeah, it swivels and turns and has select fire and a screen. And I'm working on hooking up a speaker so it can yell exterminate when it
Nice.
fires at you. So it's just a little project. Check out Maritime Foam on YouTube for more and follow along. Like and share, subscribe, all those things. I don't give samples away on this channel. You have to come see me. Yeah, he's all on play. This is like I'm doing a bunch of learning, so this is like a nest of
Nice.
it's a,
Nice.
yeah,
That's it.
I'm mid nest, but it's fun. I bought a hack pack thing, a Mark Rober thing. I was drawn in by marketing. And I'm like, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to learn how to use Arduinos. But now I can, adding lights and sounds, and it's fun.
Is that a single googly eye?
It is. Yeah.
It is a single googly eye, and I put the mag on top because it's kind of like a mohawk.
Nice.
A one-eyed foam flinger. That's there's a euphemism for you.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow,
it
we
is.
took it there, didn't we? We just started the show, Cap. Let's you know.
Oh boy.
You into it? Yeah. That's what someone told me just the other night.
Wow. Okay, Anthony. Just
I
question.
don't know why this man brings this side out of me. I genuinely
You know, you just.
I've
all
only
you
known
need to do-
I've only known you to be a classy man. This is shocking.
Yeah, really. You know, at any point you can ask me to leave, I can go.
no.
Anthony, are you
No.
vlogging? Like, are you documenting your build like through vlogs and stuff?
Yeah, I do I did like a review of this thing when I got it because I don't know, just because I do like documenting stuff. And I just as I add every Arduino piece, I'll just do like a short on it. I don't go super in depth, but I think once I'm done adding stuff to it, I'll probably do a little bit more and share some code examples and like try to do something that's like, hey, if you don't know anything about this, buy this part and this part, and watch this, and you can, because I do feel like things like select fire and screens, like before you know how to do it, it's like magic. It's just like, I have no idea how to do that, and then you learn a little bit, and it takes the magic away, which is a good thing, because then you're like, oh, I can do. It doesn't
take the magic away. It makes you a wizard.
That's a better way to put it. That's a much better way to put it. So yeah, like it's been so now I'm like, oh, like, okay, select fire, like this thing has select fire. That's no big deal. And like a week ago, I was like, I don't know anything about brushless. Now I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna make this guy brushless next. And so it's fun. But buying this little pack, I will say, I do better at learning when I have a project. Like if I'm just buying parts and like testing and doing like a tutorial of like press a button to light up an LED, I just lose interest. So getting this guy, and like it originally fired these like rubber band rockets. So that I was like, from the start, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to get this to fire Nerf darts eventually. So I like to have a goal. That usually, but now then I get really obsessive. Put all those mental deficiencies to work and hyper focus on one thing to the cost of everything else. So that's what I'm doing right now.
By the way, did you two see the other thing that he made, man, that he finished and he's been documenting?
Oh.
You should, because clearly I think Captain Xavier started it, and now Anthony's keeping going. I think it's the year of the minigun, or the year of the belt-fed blasters.
Yeah, I put some. Yes, I put.
Yeah.
I put flywheels.
Horrible Vulcan.
It works so great. It's actually. I think I might go back and put a P car in it, because it's actually already really accurate. And I have a spare band blasters cage from my old Mark III that I've sworn to never. Matt made me promise to never use it again after it failing 2 tournaments in a row. So I think I'm doing another Vulcan to do a guide, and I think I'm gonna make it a band blasters Vulcan. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got what I need to put flywheels in. I built an LM, sort of an LMG. I put a long strike stock onto a Vulcan and put long shot bipod on the front, and then mounted a Stampede shield onto it, so it looked like a World War I sort of light machine gun setup.
That's awesome.
But it's still just stock internals, so I definitely need to put flywheels in that thing.
Yeah, I'll send you the cage that I did, because there's a cage on Thingiverse, but they did that one for like really high crush, like 40 millimeter crush with daybreaks, and it basically slices darts in half as it fires them. Like it's
What's the FPS on that? What was the FPS on that?
On like 3S and with Krakens, it was like almost 170. Which, like,
over 150. That's useless to me.
Yeah. I mean, well, it like, especially when it ruined the darts. So this one now is like 145 average, but like it's perfect. 42 millimeter crush, and like the darts are fine. It looks like you fired them out of a modded Strife. So
send me the cage.
Yeah, I'll fire it over to you. I did like a little
thing I'll probably do with that cage is I'll modify it so it has the right crush for rival. And make a Vulcan that's proton pack fed.
Yeah, that would be cool. I did a little. I'll send it to you as well. I don't know if you probably won't need it, but I did a little cage too for to hold switches to make so the Vulcan has a 2-stage trigger. So you squeeze that big trigger. Yeah, because the other people have modded it before, but they put the rev trigger in the handle, which is also fine. But I like 2-stage triggers. Some people don't, but I like them.
For that one, I think I would prefer that, just because the Vulcan has such a low rate of fire that the wheels are going to have time to spin up anyway.
Oh, for sure. I can, without even delaying it, if I just pull the trigger completely, it loses no FPS. So
yeah, exactly, because your pusher mechanism is that AEB setup. Motorized Springer, so it's got enough of a delay built in.
Do you want to say happy birthday, my daughter?
Yes, I was actually just about to say happy birthday.
That's the remember when I got on a plane and I stayed with a strange man from the internet and you were worried about me? That's
she was
the
right
strange
to be
man
worried. She was right to be
Great
with.
man. Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Finally.
small child.
That guy.
I'm a
All right.
small child. Okay, so the keys are in the Jeep
Keys in the
because I
Jeep.
need to grab my book bag so I can get my.
Everyone on the internet needs to know that. I love you. You go
Yes,
grab
we
your stuff.
do. Thank you for sharing.
I'm coming along to hang out with you. I'll be there in a minute.
Don't worry, I might just relax.
All right.
Love you.
Mwah.
She's awesome.
Children is so wonderful.
They can be. They can
They
be.
can be,
She
yes.
puts a good foot forward most of the time, especially for other people. Which is most children.
But you know what? Smart girl, because let's face it, you're flying across the country, you're staying at that mook's house, and you're meeting this mook. Let's face it, you put our two pictures, you have no idea. It's like, what is wrong with you, man? Clearly, you're going to end up buried in a ditch, and that's why he has the
He's
crypt.
going to bury you in a swamp.
In the
Yeah.
crypt with everybody else.
Her whole
No one
world.
would ever find you.
That's why I
She's
don't
like,
want to
if
come,
you're
Cap, because I'm afraid first you're going to feed me cardboard, and I'm probably not going to come home. I mean,
There are worse things.
there are worse things. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
won't
already
talk
got a
about
crypt
those
to
things
bury
on
you in
the
there,
air,
throw the
okay.
tarmac over you. No one will ever even miss you.
I want
No,
that
Swamp
shed
Cat-
where the car was. Okay, that's where I want to stay.
That's the crypt. Yeah.
That's the crypt, dude. No, you don't.
Haunted.
No, you don't. Oh, yeah. No, you don't.
Me and the old
Bury
man
you
will
there,
have
and
a
then they'll actually put a
conversation.
floor in, and they'll never look for you.
My God.
It's okay. I'm worth more dead than alive. My wife would appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
awesome. Well, I enjoyed hanging out. I should scoot and go do some hanging. I will catch up on all the nonsense you guys say afterwards, and I'll
Oh,
catch
that'll
up.
be good.
I'll catch up.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Anthony,
everybody.
as always, brother.
Thanks
Well,
for
wait,
hanging out.
last question. Anthony, quick. Are you going to Survival Fest or Mayhem?
I'm definitely going to Mayhem. I would love to go to Survival Fest, but God, they keep booking these things 18 hours drive from where I live. Plus, pretty soon I won't be allowed into Canada because you guys are you just don't want us. You don't like us anymore. So I don't know.
Look on the bright side. If we annex Canada, then you won't even need a passport to get here.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't want that to happen at all. You know, no offense. I love you all. The only thing I do think is I sure would like those Target exclusives up here.
Yeah, that's the only benefit.
Or better yet, rather than us annexing Canada, we need you to invade and annex everything north of the Mason-Dixie line.
There we go.
We will cover all. We'll cover everything in syrup. What a time it'll be.
Yeah.
We're gonna ride
Awesome.
it on
Anthony.
Moose.
Time for the barbarian from the north to come down and save us from ourselves.
That's right.
It works
Anthony,
for
man.
Rome. I mean,
Why not
Oh,
for
yeah.
us? Maritime Foam, Anthony, thank you very much, man. We'll see you soon, brother.
We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
die on my birthday, just coughing to death. Had a cold for a week.
You know what's funny? It's your birthday, and who are you hanging out with? 3 Canadians.
Yeah. Have you? Sinus
mean,
pressure
sick
was
for a
so
week?
bad my teeth started to hurt. What is up with that? Did you know that was a thing? I didn't even know that was a thing.
That your teeth hurt? Yeah, they can.
Yeah, if you get a bad enough sinus congestion, it'll make your teeth hurt.
Dude. Oof. No, when mine, well, maybe a little bit. I will
No,
think
it-
about it because,
It-
yeah,
it
maybe.
can, yeah. My
Yeah,
wife's
the
a dental
Jim-
hygienist. She can come and explain it to you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, I'm not going to bring her in here because she'll just yell at me. You would enjoy that way too much. So
I
no.
would. I would go get popcorn for that.
No. Not gonna happen.
No, you know what would happen? She actually she'd say something, then Cap would say something, and then Jim would get her both barrels from both of them. So it wouldn't just be him watching. It'd be like playing. Yes, that's exactly
That's what
what
I'm
happened.
here for.
No,
That's
no,
what
not-
I want.
Not gonna
How can you
happen.
deny me this upon the
No.
day of my birth?
I already said to come here and agreed to take abuse from you, just me, okay? And that's it. I'm out otherwise. I'm out.
Okay. Dude, this is the second stream of old men I've been on this week. And the other one also went completely off the rails by the end of it. because I discovered that one of them, about 12 years ago, lost one of his fellows to testicular cancer.
Oh, that's
Mm.
And I had not been aware of this. And somebody made a one ball joke, and I was like, wait a minute, which one of you? And I had a very good friend from childhood who also lost one of his to testicular cancer. And I gave him a piece of advice, but he didn't take it, because it turns out you can get a prosthetic, put in so that you don't feel off balance, as it were. And I said he should have got one of those bouncy balls that lights up when you hit it. Because imagine that as a party trick.
Hey guys, look what I can do.
Yeah. You wear a kilt, you give it a smack, you light up your undercarriage, it'd be great.
I'm sure if you did a jig or something, they would just light up.
Yeah. If you get hit, it would blink like you're taking damage in a 90s video game.
He can be the next target for blasters, right? Just sit there, take shots at them, and things like that.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Yeah, that sounds
All right.
Imagine if you didn't tell that to your date. She was unaware of this until you're in the dark, and then stuff gets wild, and it's just a disco suddenly, and no idea what's going on.
Some people enjoy that kind of thing. I mean,
Anyway, he didn't go for it. The guy on the stream was like, "Where were you 12 years ago? I could have used this knowledge."
Nice. Listen, on your next birthday stream, I say we make it a 5-drink, 6-drink minimum. Every time we say a word, we take a shot.
He doesn't drink.
I don't drink.
I don't drink either.
I mean, I could do it with root beer and be in a diabetic coma by the end of it.
So wait a minute. So I got no drink, which means I'd be the dummy drinking. So it'd just be me passed out, face on the table, and you're making fun of me.
Out, and us just going through your pockets looking for loose change. And
Fair, I'm in.
Sounds like a Nerf event.
Wait,
yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
Is there anybody even watching this? Is there chat? What's going on? What are we?
Yes, I was gonna say, go check the chat, man. You've been getting birthday wishes like tons from everybody, man. So scroll in there and show some love to the people that are showing you love.
I can't see the chat. I'm on my phone.
Oh, so you got? Oh my god! All right, so
I can bring it up. Give me a second.
You gotta up
that's
the tech
okay.
in your shop there, Cap.
What?
Now. You gotta up the tech in your shop.
I did. It molded. It is too damp in here for anything with a green board to live long.
Yeah,
I had to move all my best blasters into the house so they wouldn't short circuit.
Plus, he had no. The other thing is, all the tech didn't matter. He had no signal. Like he said, like right now, he's running off 4G.
Yeah, I
so it
have to
doesn't
run
matter
an
what you got in
Ethernet.
it.
I eventually want to run an Ethernet line out here, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
And a lot of dehumidifiers.
Yeah. Insulate the actual shop. Okay, let's
Yeah,
get to the
insulation will help.
Now,
I think you got to put a dehumidifier like every makerspace like table.
yeah. Where's the chat? There's no chat.
No, there are no
Chat.
phones tonight. So we got no phones tonight. We'd love to, but we couldn't do it tonight. So it's not because we don't want to.
There we go.
We just couldn't get it up tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's we have two men behind the curtain. The one that makes this seamless and beautiful is here. The one that magically makes phone appears is not. So that's why we have no phones, but you do have a lovely stream happening with us.
If you have cheesecake, we can send you the link for you to actually be on the stream briefly.
Says Captain. There you go. It's his
But
birthday.
only if you have cheesecake. Them's the rules. I will have no one on this stream that hath not a cheesecake to display.
That means if you all have an hour and a half to run to the store, buy a piece of cheesecake, and stream from Cheesecake Factory, the dairy section at your local supermarket, or breaking into a bakery.
Get a slice of cheese and stick a candle in it. I'm not as picky as you might think.
I might be, pending. I need to see some effort.
I am both cheap and easy.
We have to see
Wait a
it
minute.
go on a fork and in your mouth.
We got you. This is good cheesecake, but next time you're here, you're gonna try the Wegmans one and tell me what you think.
Is that where you got it? Wegmans?
Yeah, man. Closest one went in, they had a plain one. I'm like, all right, fine, we'll try it. I was like, I don't need to add to this. It's that good, which brings me joy. I guess we should talk about Nerf things. So one thing I was going to say, so both of you, because I know Jim cannot make it to Maryland Mayhem, but I do believe that he's going to Survival Fest.
We are trying to make it down to Survival Fest. Have you spoken to our other friend, Al?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Well, you know how communicative he can be.
Oh yeah, he loves to talk on the phone and in text. Our friend. So let me just fill everybody in because everybody's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" A friend, a good friend, John. He does not like to talk on the phone, via text, or anything. It's very to the point. Like get to what you're saying, and I'm done. I don't need to jibber jabber about anything else. So conversations with him are short and sweet, like all the time. Unless it's
Get entertaining. Yes.
Yeah. In person, no problem. But over the phone and on text, no. Kind of like Cap. Cap doesn't talk much via text.
No, I just don't talk to you. I talk to other people.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Be that
The
way.
extent of our communication is sending pictures of cheesecake to each other. I mean, we have a very strange relationship.
You started
With a
that,
lot of
but-
sign language. With a lot of sign language. Very
Yeah.
simple sign language with cheesecake.
Hold on. There's a beanie. Hold on. I gotta find a hat now.
You got one in there?
Yeah. Hang on.
Got one with a propeller. I'm now Squire Xavier.
Oh my god, he's got. I don't even have a hat, man. I got a giant head too, but whatever. Anyways, while he's looking for hats, so then Cap, is it confirmed that you're doing Survival Fest, or it's still on the wish list? Oh, there we go.
Fest is, yes, I will be going to Survival Fest.
All right.
I don't know any of the details yet, but yes, I do plan to go. We're working on the logistics of where we're staying and all that.
And do you think it's going to be a deployment, or are you just going solo?
Yeah, that one will be a deployment. So we're
Which one's
that was the event that a bunch of other auxiliary were already planning to go to. So that's the one that we're going to organize. Might not be on the same scale as previous ones, and we're going to do things a little differently than I have in the past. But yeah, well, I'll be going, and it'll be organized, and I'll be going full hog. I'll be bringing my heavy loadout and all that jazz. Maryland is going to be a little bit more like it was last year, where it'll be a little bit more informal, but not as informal as last time, but not as crazy as it's been in the past. And toning down some of the rhetoric a little. We've scared the children.
To give you his informal for Maryland Mayhem last year, his informal from last year was, "Leave me alone. I want to be dead by lunchtime."
Yes. And I had to go get myself killed because
He was not dead by lunch, by the way.
I was not dead by lunch. I had to go walk into the horde.
So then, yes, he's going to Survival Fest. And Jim, you were saying about Survival Fest.
Survival Fest, yeah. We want to head down to the Survival Fest because you can't make Maryland Mayhem. There's a family commitment here, and it's just, anyways, my goddaughter's having her first communion, so kind of have to go to that.
And you're kind of obliged. It's in the name.
Yeah. So anyway, so Survival Fest is the next big thing. We found a nice spot. Al, did you see that link I sent you to that space?
I did. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, man. It's just I feel like it's kind of remote in the bush where I think I've seen horror movies begin that way.
But it is like it's only a 10-minute drive, and we can have our own Survival Fest in the evenings on the property.
Yeah, in the evenings, let's face it, we're old. What's going to happen? We're all going to be sitting there fighting over ice packs and Advil.
Probably. Cap and I will be slinging insults at each other all night long. It'll turn into some kind of a Nerf battle. It'll be fun.
No,
At some point, someone's going to throw down them's fighting words. You have impugned my mother's honor for the last time. Yeah, that's what you think.
Payment is still pending, my friend.
What are we talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, actually, I forgot.
Money.
I don't remember what I had for breakfast, man. I don't remember what insult I flung at you a year ago.
We need explanations.
There's no. Where do you want to start? Cap, you go. You go first.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Insults. How did we start?
I don't know.
You were crabby.
We were
man.
I
at-
was introduced to you. You said something, and I just knee-jerk reacted with a your mother joke, and it just went downhill from there.
That's how
Fine.
we
I will
whole
start.
weekend.
I will set the stage. It was a Friday night. We had just registered for the HVZ. Tired after all day foam flinging, losing the tournament, and what happens? We're hungry. Andrew, aka Dark Sweet, sends us to a hole in the wall barbecue place. Although it seemed like it was a barbecue place, but it was like more Middle Eastern, but it was really good. And the problem is it's a hole in the wall that fits 15 people, and we showed up with 7, which turned into 45, I think.
it just escalated out of nowhere. It was like 2 of us, then 3, then 10, then 20.
Essentially, there was nothing but nerfers in this place, and the store owner's like, "What? What is this? Is this a cult?"
Yeah, and then food took forever. I think I got mine last. You had finished your meal and ordered a second dish by the time I got my first.
I think I ordered like shrimp or something.
And you're eyeballing
Yes.
me like, haha, I got food. Look at me. That's how we met.
Somehow cheesecake came up. I don't remember where cheesecake came up.
Cheese, I think
It's because we were still waiting while Jim was eating, and you decided I'm going to have dessert.
I think it might have been.
and you were mocking me the whole time, like, look at me. Yum, yum.
No.
And did we forget that Jim is also our driver, so we can't go anywhere because he's the one that's driving.
That's why I
Sure, by
didn't
the end of the
let him get out
weekend,
the
he was
car.
just going to wrap the car around a telephone pole just to spite me.
Well, I think that's what my GPS was trying to do. It was a Canadian.
It did a
GPS.
couple of times. That did try to like drive us straight into traffic at least once. That's a one-way street onto the freeway. What is this thing on?
It's a Canadian GPS. You got to give it some leeway.
Oh, this is nuts, man. Quick side note, someone put in the chat, to join the auxiliary, you have to join the Discord, I'm pretty sure. Cap, can you clarify that or any appointment on that?
You have to be like, it's not how it used to be where it was anybody could just join and that was that. It's a little bit more by invitation now. We organize like a lot of stuff through that, and it's generally people that either I've actually worked with at events or other veteran members of the auxiliary have worked with will give you the invite. And if you end up getting conscripted at an event, you usually will then get the invite. If you're going to the event, by all means, track us down and link up with us. Being a member of the auxiliary, the only requirement to be a member of the auxiliary is to want to be a member of the auxiliary.
You also have to bring Captain Cheesecake and Pickles.
For the love of God, do not show up to
Combined.
Survival Fest with 57 cheesecakes.
Yes, please do. And spicy pickles. To the gentleman who brought him spicy pickles.
Lord have mercy. That
the
pickle
look on
damn
his
near
face
finished
was
me off.
priceless. Please do it again.
I thought I was gonna die. And at first I was like, is it just because I'm so dehydrated that I'm not ready for it? No, these were in fact spicy pickles.
The look of you trying to keep your composure.
Oh,
sweat
I was just
down
trying to
your
keep
brow.
my breakfast down is what I was trying to do.
Beautiful. Think of beauty.
It was a good pickle.
Yeah.
Just give me a minute, gentlemen. I want to do a quick PSA. So again, with the auxiliary in terms of why the cap had changed it, and that way I will do it that way. It's his birthday, so no one gives him crap about it. You can give me crap about it. Part of it is because the way he did it was it has not become an elitist thing or a only my friends or only cool people. It's because the auxiliary with the public forum had turned into something exactly what this hobby is not. And never mind something that he wants to be a part of or organize is the fact of more of acceptance. Everyone gets along and we all play fun and fair. So that's why the auxiliary has been clamped down and it has changed. And it's just to control that to prevent the gatekeeping. It's almost like a mob mentality sometimes where it's like, we're not. It's like the NWO from old wrestling days is crazy. It's not to be that angry. It was everything that it's not supposed to be. So that's why it was clamped down. And it's kind of, he has to do it this way, not to be mean or anything like that, but just to maintain what it is. So if you don't get in, it's nothing personal. It's not because he doesn't like you or anything like that. It's just the nature of the thing. The best part about it is that you don't have to be part of the auxiliary to have fun at an HVZ. There's so many of us. You can go solo. You can go with other groups, like don't think it limits you. You know what I mean? Just be like the rest of us. Just be happy to be there and play and have fun.
This was your duly appointed pro Captain Xavier propaganda.
Correct. I went off script.
Yeah, yeah. There were a lot of reasons it had gotten very cult of personality-ish, and that was you. Wasn't what? Yeah. Anyway, now when I go to big events, if I want to call up a couple of reserves to run, then I do. The previous auxiliary had gotten to like 2,000, and there was we'd have like 150 people show up at a big HVZ, and I needed 30. So, but yeah, at every one I've been to, we have always picked up a couple of people, and over the course of the day, we'll lose people because they'll get tagged, and we will fill them in with reserves or volunteers as needed. So yeah, it's not meant to be you're not good enough, you're not cool enough. There's limits to what we can organize and manage and stuff. But the big one I'm looking forward to is Mall Madness. That will hopefully be back this year, and I'll hopefully be able to bring crew to that one again. Bring Deplorable and Rocket and hopefully Wolfric, the lieutenant. Should have possibly have a couple of them at Survival Fest as well.
Mall Madness looks like a blast, by the way, from what I've seen pictures and videos.
It was
like
the best HVZ experience I've ever been a part of. It was super, super cool.
Is it close by you, that event?
What?
Is it close by you, that event? Mall Madness.
No, it's Mall Madness is in St. Louis, Missouri. So it's a long ways away. But we still managed to make a weekend trip out of it, which is exhausting but hilarious because the event happens from Saturday night to Sunday morning. So you fly in Saturday morning, you fly out Sunday afternoon, and it's a weekend trip, but there's a whole HVZ in the middle.
St. Louis is definitely closer than we are, but yeah.
I'm not sure. Actually, it's pretty central.
Well, it's fast. It's shorter you to go to St. Louis than to go to me.
Yes, yeah, but I think it might be St. Louis is closer to you than it is to me.
Yeah, for me, because we drove there, it was a 10-hour drive. I think it was a 10-hour drive, maybe 11, something like that. I can't remember, but yes, I drove it.
Stop poking your phone. It's not nice.
No, I'm poking it. There's weird stuff going on. Yeah, so I'll also be going to RAG. RAG very much does not lend itself to being a proper auxiliary deployment just because of the way the teams are randomly determined and the way the game runs. But Survival Fest and Mall Madness will be proper deployments in one way or another. So if you're interested in being a part of that, you can reach out to me and we can talk. But Mayhem will just join one of the human groups. We'll probably all try to be in the same group, but it won't be quite the same level that we've done in the past because we've already done that event. So we'll do different stuff.
I think that this year, because the timing for RAG, and usually I end up at your place, which kind of means that I might be going to RAG then.
Yeah, you should definitely come to RAG. It's worth going to, just because it's another unique event. Because it also has the full competitive tournament. It has the full casual Nerf war. It has the full convention. But then instead of being HVZ, it's HVHVHVZ. And they are way more high tech in their gizmos than most other HVZs are at this point. And I wish more HVZs would learn from them. Because they have things like RFID chips that counts your tags and RFID chips that then allow people to track which zombie killed which person, and you can see the whole, infection tree at the end of the event. And They have like big boss monsters that have electronic sensors that you have to shoot, and it's just really cool stuff.
Well, I shouldn't say it. Let me rephrase. I was saying I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. But what will be even more fun, and depending on if it's successful at Mall Madness, is you and our attempt at doing Waldorf and Statler during the.
Yes. Well, that's gonna be Maryland Mayhem. Yeah, because of our competitive team, the Mega Double XLs. We didn't get our registration in time, and so we're not competing in the tournament, which doesn't hurt my feelings at all because, I mean, this is perfect. I've been trying to get us to get eliminated in the first round since we first signed up, and we have never been eliminated in the first round.
Never.
It annoys me to no end, which is hilarious and magnificent. And so instead, we're going to go to Maryland Mayhem, and we're going to sit up in the crowd with a cardboard box and be Statler and Waldorf from the Muppet Show just sitting up there heckling to no end. And it's going to be magnificent.
We need somebody to vlog that. Okay, we need that.
We will be behind the live stream that's being run by the World Foam Alliance, so there'll be no escaping us.
As long as
you will
there's
hear
record.
You'll hear us in the background. You call that a flag dash? My grandmother could get a doily over the back line better than that, and she's been dead for 3 centuries.
Oh!
You guys got to brush up on your Muppets.
I could have gotten more tags with that than that a broken Maverick.
Also, because it is a Nerf event, we will be wearing iPro because there's no doubt that we will be shot at.
Yes.
A stray dart may come your way, just
every once in a while. I can imagine at the end of every round, everyone unloads whatever darts they have left at us.
However, let it be known that we also may be armed. And one or two of us, not saying officially, may have proton pack powered miniguns. So you've been warned.
Or mammoths.
Or mammoths. Oh my God.
Are those
yes, mammoths.
Moose rifles you guys got? Is that what those are?
The moose is the moose. The mammoth makes the moose look like a broken Maverick.
Well, you should bring one of those out. Pull one of those out from behind the curtain and shoot players with one of those. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Fire a mega dart and just level some poor person.
You know what they should do when they do like a referee challenge or they can
a dispute
call. They should do a dispute with you guys and you settle it by a dart shot. Boom, you're out. Get out of here.
So yeah, we will be armed.
Like it. Good idea.
It's gonna be fun.
But the WFA will be streaming the event, and I do believe KT is going to be the host, calling most of the event. And so there'll be times where we're going to jump on with him, like not just for heckling from behind, but actually be with him for commentary at different things. Because part of it, again, we're just trying to expand what we're doing and make it interesting and fun. Like I know a lot of people like to watch it, but it's also then providing that extra element, both of color commentary, what's going on, because sometimes you're looking at the stream going, I have no idea what's going on. But then never mind, you get us two mooks also hurling whatever that comes out of our mouths. And we promise not to ruin the whole thing, just certain segments at certain points. And you'll be able to mute or fast forward us if that's not what you want to hear.
I'm sure you guys will bring a lot of entertainment value to that stream. It'll be fun. I'll definitely be tuning in. I may, say a few things in chat, but who knows?
Who knows, man?
All right, what do we got going on? No, we do not have our Gregs yet, but they apparently have been printed.
Yes.
Can the mammoth be renamed the Great Gonzo? I approve of this.
Gonzo. I like that
Gonzo.
one.
I like it.
It fires Mega Darts or a Mega XL, which do kind of look like Gonzo's note.
Yeah.
Yes, they do, man. Yes, they do.
Paint one Gonzo colors.
Yeah.
So then, Jim, since you're new enough, and that for other people, What what was your experience in terms? Well, I know how you ended up in it because I kind of just told you guys are doing it. But how did you, I guess, coming to Maryland Mayhem, because that was your like first really big event. Because again, Jim is from Canada. He's from the local Toronto group, so he's been to Tang, so he knows the A team, and then because, well, they all go to the same event. So coming down from Mayhem, what were your expectations? But then also, what did it turn out to be? Answer that however you like, because I don't even know how to form a question right now for some reason. I blame the root beer.
Well, first of all, just historically speaking, Al's been bugging my friend and I to come down and see him because he moved to the States. He's like, guys, you got to come down and visit. And it's like, what, took us like 15 years?
Because you're married with children.
Yeah, wow. That's a different podcast, guys. That's a different podcast. But
yes.
But no, Al's been bugging us to come down for so long. And finally we just got together and said, like, we got to bite the bullet and go. Let's go do this thing. Al's there, you're doing your thing, and we're like, we got to come and see what this is all about, because you're a bit of a celebrity in this world, right? And just so you know, Al, we brag about you to all the friends and people up here, like, yeah, our buddy is a celebrity.
Oh dear God.
Anyways, it's a small group, Al. You don't have to worry about it.
Thank God. Yeah, I'm a celebrity to two people.
So we came down, took my son with me and John, our best friend, both of us.
Yeah.
And we came down with no.
Lost you. Did you hit mute? I can't hear you.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, man. You hit mute.
Anything.
Say something now.
Hey, check.
Yeah, now we got you.
Check.
Barely.
Okay, hang on.
I think you hit something when you swung your arm.
It just suddenly cut out. Did you unplug something?
No, maybe. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Check.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, where was I?
Best friend John.
I don't know, enjoying the peace and quiet.
I'm your.
No, you're gone again.
As soon as you swung your arms, you're gone. Is your mic on a clapper? Is that why it turns off? Still can't hear you.
Hello.
Nope. Nothing.
Check your cables. Maybe you unplugged your mic.
Oh, maybe.
Now we hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
There you go.
Check. Hello.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, it's probably me flailing my arms. I'm European and I can't talk with my hands. Can you hear me now? Still here?
Yes.
Yeah, quit waving your arms. Every time you wave your arms, it stops again.
It's like,
But then I can't talk. I know you prefer that, but come on. Anyway.
I'll do the hand gestures for you. Go ahead, talk.
I have a story about that. In uni, I did a presentation, and the professor leans in and goes, "Psst, you're using your hands. Stop using your hands." I put my hands behind my back to do the presentation, and it's really tough to talk with you. Anyway,
Now we're getting every other word. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. It's probably my program. I wonder if it's my program.
It's the tariff. You've gotten your 25% of all words will now be cut.
unless you pay your bill.
Unless we become a 51st state, right? Is that the caveat?
Yeah. Then you'll get your internet and it'll be great.
Jesus.
Boo.
You'll get decent internet, but we'll take your health care. So, I mean, it'll be a good trade-off.
Oh, that's okay. You can have our health care. Oh, no. No. We don't want your health care. No, thank you.
Now, that's what I mean. We will take away your health care and give you good internet.
There it is.
Okay.
As you can tell, we're master negotiators over here.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we come down and with no expectations. It was and just quickly we had a blast, pun intended, right? Like, we ran around tagging people, having fun. My son ran around the whole campus. I didn't see him for half a day. Finally found him, and he's like, "Dad, I'm having a time." And he was like, "We got to go again next year." So we were making the plans, but family obligations and can't come. But it was great, and we went back thinking we got to do this again. That's how, like, anybody who hasn't done a Nerf event and tries it for the first time, I think the one thing that comes out of it is that you want to do it again. Like, it's something that just touches you on a level that's say primal, but
Then we lost him again.
I'm telling you, you don't like my energy. Anyway, I don't know.
It's weird. But so was it exactly what you expected it to be? Did we describe it well enough, or was it kind of like a surprise?
No, I've been following, watching Cap and other YouTubers, and watching these events online. So I had a sense of what it was about. You really don't know till you get there and do it. But it's very much what you see online is people having a good time and just playing a game. What happened? Did you fall again?
Train.
Oh, train. We got to get a t-shirt. Train.
I'm looking into getting a button maker.
Buttons, yeah. Train.
You can make your own button?
Yeah, I can make my own buttons with my catchphrases instead of, dealing with the hassle of t-shirts.
There's a thing called a cricket. You ever heard of this?
Yeah.
You can get one of those.
And that's a small bug, makes noise.
Not one of those crickets. That's what I used to feed my my tarantula. It's a bunch of crickets. But...
Okay, there we go. I forgot that you had a tarantula.
I had a zoo. I had snakes, Al. My mother killed my snakes because they needed a heat source.
By accident.
Yeah, she saw the tank was plugged in, and she's like, "Oh, this must be important." I come back, my snakes are dead. I'm like, "What the hell?"
All right, so then after watching one Captain Xavier on videos and then meeting him in person, thoughts? How different or how weird?
Oh, what to do? How long do we have for this podcast? Like, seriously,
we got at least another hour and a half, probably, don't we?
Well,
it's his birthday. As long as you two want to go, I'll go to bed. You can keep going.
We got another hour. Yeah.
All right. What was Captain like? He's very much like he is on his videos. He's an authentic individual. He's got a bit of a sharp cheddar edge to him, but he's all right. He's okay. He's good peeps.
You're
for the
ruining
record,
my reputation.
For as long as I've known him, not that I know him, way back, but for as long as I know him, you are definitely the brunt of a. It is almost like we're in an R-rated sitcom when the two of them are together, where when that one neighbor comes over and then he just tears into him for no reason, but then Jim's response to him is always funny too, because Jim's response is like, "Hey, not with that mouth. I'll tell your mother." It's almost like as much as he catches him off guard, and they just feed off each other.
Yeah, listen, I'm being really reserved. So if you guys ever see myself and Captain together in public, we'll be at each other. Just grab some popcorn, enjoy the ride. We're PG here. We don't want to get banned by YouTube.
Yeah. They'll cut the Canadian's mic again.
I don't know what that is, man.
I don't think we get banned. Do we get demonetized for swearing? Is that what happens?
No. We're just trying to be family friendly. It's not like it's an actual YouTube rule. People swear on YouTube all the time.
It is now after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, we're well beyond that. Okay, yeah.
We're 60 minutes
at this point. If since Birthday Boy, if he gets excited and shoots off a rant, no one will be surprised or upset about it.
We'll put in a disclaimer at the bottom to say, "Hey, birthday rant."
Yeah, we'll put in a parental advisory.
We'll flash it on the screen.
Adult content warning.
No one's mother was hurt in the making of this video.
Mine was.
Make sure she's not watching this.
But she was adequately compensated.
No, that's not the message I got.
All right, it's building.
You and I are gonna have words next time we see each other.
All right. I had a coupon.
Just eat your cheesecake, okay?
I'm eating my cheese.
Well, I might as well too then.
By Thor's hammer.
By Grapthor's hammer, you will be avenged.
There it is.
Anything going on in the chat? I'll bring up the chat
So,
again.
General Strife has proposed something. Let's see what he said. How about a new game where 99 people and Captain Xavier in a large building, and the 99 people each have a jolt? Cap has to hide, and the only thing he can use to defend himself is a proton pack.
Just a jolt. That's all we get.
Well, there's 99 people versus one.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, you know how it is.
Spicier.
You got 99 problems, and the bitch ain't. I mean, sorry.
Oh, well, hey, family friendly.
Hey.
Family friendly. Come on now.
It was a song, man. I didn't say that word. I was just quoting the song. Come on.
Right. You were reading the lyrics.
I was reading the lyrics, so I'd like some clarification on that.
Did I lose him? Where'd I go?
Where are you?
No.
We're still here.
I don't see you.
Okay.
No. Now he's being.
I'm still on the call, but apparently I've lost the teams.
Uh-oh. Something's
Oh,
Right here?
he's back.
Oh, whoa,
Am I back?
whoa.
Fine, he's back. We'll keep talking to him. Let's keep going.
I'm not going to try to find the chat anymore. It's not working out for me.
Clearly, you broke it, man.
The internet goblins are not liking it tonight.
No, they're having none of it. It'll be nice when I've got good internet and I can stream from my house where and have it
So
not
how
be
did that
choppy.
happen? How'd they move it up by 2 years? What happened?
The mayor got a grant. And they managed to actually act on it before, all infrastructure for America gets cut off.
Not anymore. All those
They haven't
grants
caught
are
up
being
to.
cut.
Yeah, I know that grant hasn't been cut yet, so he cashed it in smartly before it got. What are we doing? I don't care. Cash the check.
He
They
heard
got
about
it
Doge.
installed today, and all of a sudden I can't talk, and I don't know what happened. Dying over here.
Holy cow, man! So yeah, that means with you actually now having like considering the content and things you were actually able to put out with having no connection. Never mind the challenges. I'm sure that it's got to be discouraging sometimes when you got a video you want to put it up and you're like, I'm not dealing with the 12-hour up. I'll give up and do it later. I'm guessing having a stream like that. Do you already have ideas running through your head just in terms of like content or your YouTube channel, or is it just still like the relief?
I've had stuff that I've wanted to do, streams that I've wanted to do. I wanted to be able to stream the events that I hold here in my arena. I wanted to do streams from here in the maker space. And it just wasn't an option just because you wouldn't be able to see anything. You can barely see it when it's just my head talking at you. Trying to see actual action footage of people running around in the arena, it would just be a blur. And now I will hypothetically be able to run Ethernet out here to the shop and do stuff in here, and maybe even run an Ethernet out to the arena and set up multiple cameras and be able to do stuff. It'll be awesome.
Do a 24-hour live stream.
I was gonna say, are you gonna like set up a ring camera with one section of like on your property or somewhere where it's a 24-hour Captain Xavier cam? It might be like the back field, but if you watch long enough, you might see him walk by.
But you'll see me walk.
Yeah, with just a T-shirt on, going into the woods.
Just Donald ducking it out to my swamp.
24-hour live stream. Do a charity event. 24 hours.
Yeah, well, we did that for Foam's Giving last year or the year before.
Yes, we'll be doing
Still
it again. One will happen this year.
Yeah,
that's for
I
sure.
also wouldn't mind some point streaming like Lego building, because I'll do a Lego build and I'll be up in my Lego room for 4 hours just building a massive thing. That could be something I could stream. Video games. I used to stream video games on my channel back when I had good internet.
That's also when you lived in Seattle, in Tacoma, right, or Seattle?
Yeah.
Yep.
Back in Tacoma, I had fiber. There, they had it. The entire city had been wired, but they didn't tell anybody. So they were literally selling fiber internet door to door. And they knocked on my door, and I opened my door. And from my front door, you could see my computer setup, which looks like something out of a Bond villain's lair. Like 15 monitors and a gaming chair with multiple joysticks and all this stuff. You could see that over my shoulder. And the guy goes, "Hi, looks at my computer like, you want what I'm selling?" "What are you selling?" Fiber optic internet. Just give me the form. See you on Monday. And I did. They showed up, and it was wonderful.
He threw his wallet at him. Just shut up. Make it happen.
Just shut up and take my money. And it was amazing because when I first moved there, it was still better internet than I'd ever had in Idaho. And uploading a video took, 5 minutes or so per 1 minute of video, which wasn't too bad. Yeah.
That's bad, by the way.
I know. I'm fully aware. But it was doable. And then I got the fiber, and I went to upload a video, and I hit upload, expecting it to. Well, actually, no. Yeah, a minute or 5 minutes per minute of video is what it takes me here in Vader. So in Tacoma, it was maybe 10 seconds per second of video or minute of video. So it would take a couple of minutes to upload a video. And I went to upload the first video. It was like a 30-minute video, and I clicked upload, and I went to the kitchen to get a drink, and I came back to check its status, and it wasn't uploading anymore. And I thought it had failed. No, it had finished. I was like, what?
That's a thing? That happens?
It's so beautiful. And then I moved to Vader, and I had practically dial-up.
It is a nice experience when you upgrade on internet. That first time you upload or download something, it's like, my God, where have I been living? Right?
Yeah. Download speeds aren't too bad here, but upload speeds are just horrific. But only for another day or two.
May I point out a trend I've noticed? What happens? Crappy internet moves. Crappy internet. Oh wait, I got fantastic internet. You know what? Fantastic internet is so overwhelming. I'm gonna move. So he moves again, and it's crappy internet. And now he's gonna have. Oh my God, it's gonna be great internet.
Away.
You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna move again.
Yeah.
Somehow I
hope to die here because I don't want to have to pack up all this stuff.
Well, you already have a tomb, right? Like
I have so much stuff. I intend to get buried in that crypt. Yes. And then haunt whoever lives here after me.
You and the old man will play some Nerf battles in that crypt.
No, I had the crypt exercised.
Did you? Was it bad?
It was haunted. Oh Lord, was it haunted?
I'm sure it was. What,
dude?
Tell us one spooky tale from that crypt.
So when I first moved here, or first came to look at the place, just to see if I wanted to buy it, I went out and I looked at the building because there were 7 buildings on the property, and I wanted to inspect them all and see, okay, well, are any of them useful? And I was like, okay, it's got the shop. That was the requirement. Wherever I moved, it had to have a big shop. The rest of the buildings were just gravy, and at first, a couple of them were like, well, what am I going to use an old pump house for? It's for a well. What am I going to use a barn with no door? And I built a door onto it. Now it's my bunker. But I was looking at this, and the door had rotted off, and inside this building was the very, very tattered remains of an old truck from like the 70s. And this truck had ended badly. I don't know. At the time, I didn't know what had happened to it, but this truck saw a violent end. And I asked the owner, and it was her brother's truck. And he and his wife and their poodle, and I know it's a poodle for reasons that don't need to be looked into, had gone to Spirit Lake on May 18th, 1980, and were killed when Mount St. Helens erupted. And they found the poodle's body, and they found the wife's body, but they never found any sign of the son. He had just been completely vaporized by the eruption. And since the father couldn't bury his son, he interned the truck. So this was a mausoleum to his dead son. And it had very clearly, the truck had been brought back and had been put on that location, and then they built the building around it. There is no floor, but there is a cement foundation for the walls. It just, just around the edge. And then there was just a normal sized door that had, like I said, had rotted off, which is creepy in and of itself. Something wanted out of that shed. The owner informed me, no, don't worry, we'll get rid of the truck for you. And I was very appreciative. I did not say out loud, but what I was thinking was, good, I don't want anything to do with your creepy-hearted ghost truck. And they ended up, they took the back wall off of the building, took the truck out with some kind of giant tractor thing. I didn't see any of this. I just saw the repair they did on the wall where they nailed the wall back up, and I could see the tracks where the tractor had come in. And I don't know what they did with it or where it went or who that truck is haunting today, but it was gone. But what do you do with an old crypt? It doesn't have a floor. It doesn't have a door. It's got a very nice roof and the walls are solid. But, what do I do? Put a new door on it, put a floor in, use it as the guest house for the guest you don't want to stay, put in a cot and a roll of paper towels and tell me, when the walls start bleeding, just wipe it down with the paper towels. You'll be fine.
You burn it, man. You burn it.
It would take my forest with it. It's on a weird spot in the property. It's not. It's just a weird building. But when I first moved here, and I was still remodeling the inside of the house, the bathroom, and all of that, which still hasn't gotten done, annoyingly. I was staying in what is now the guest house, or it was the bunkhouse. I had my bed out there while we were getting the shower built, and I went over to. I was setting up this is before I even had the range set up, but I was doing a video out there. I'd cleared it enough that I could do stuff, but I didn't have the netting up yet. And I noticed that just outside of the crypt, in a direct line towards where I slept at night, there was the nastiest, gnarliest looking fairy circle I have ever seen. I don't know what kind of mushrooms these were, but they were disgusting looking. They were brown and black and slimy. So I've cultivated a good relationship with the local fae because I like to think that they were keeping something from getting to me in my sleep. Arrangements have been made, offerings have been made, and I haven't died in my sleep yet. And I haven't seen another one of those fairy circles. There's fairy circles all over this property. This place is crawling with mushrooms of all kinds. And
I appreciate that since I stay in that bunkhouse.
Yeah.
Just don't eat the mushrooms. Just leave.
No,
not eat them.
My younger sister, who's is now living on my property temporarily because she is a refugee from Idaho. She's a wildlife resource major. And so she can, in fact, identify the mushrooms. And none of the mushrooms on my property are edible. For good or for worse.
So sometimes in the middle of the night, when you got to go pee, instead of going into the house, man, I just go out in the field and pick a spot. And every time I purposely not look in that direction and look like down because I do not want to see something walking across the grass at 3 a.m., the witching hour, knowing when nothing should be walking across the lawn at 3 a.m. So in my head, I am just singing a song and it's like, all right, get me back in the house, back to bed. Nothing happened. Wait till the sun comes up.
Nothing to see here.
Just have to have a conversation. They want to talk. Spirits want to talk, Al. Like, come on.
Sweet.
No.
You can do that, and we'll send flowers to your funeral after, brother.
Yeah. Still need to get like an old priest and a young priest to come out and have a look at it. I had words with whatever's in there, and it hasn't bothered me since. So, because I'd be angry if I was him too, because they knew Mount St. Helens was going to erupt, but they didn't close down the state parks because it was the opening day of fishing, and they didn't want to lose out on tourist money. So a lot of people died for government greed, and that's the sort of thing that makes an angry ghost. When you and your wife and your dog get killed because some rich guy didn't want to lose out on some tourist money, yeah, you should go haunt somebody for that.
You're going to be a little upset about it.
He'd be pissed. Yeah, I can see that.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're following along at home and don't know, this is still Get Off My Lawn, and I swear we talk about Nerf things.
This is still a Nerf channel.
But in our defense, this is exactly what we say it's going to be. It's me and Cap, and we're going to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
We're gonna do, yeah.
Well, like on a serious note, it's also a great way. It gives you insight in terms of more like that's like little things that they don't know about him, where he stays or what it is. You know what I mean? So it's great little insights into where he is and part of who he is. Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
I'm just gonna shift the conversation back to Nerf and ask Cap what his next video is going to be on. What you working on? Cleaning the
I'm
shop
currently
again?
waiting on a shipment from out of Darts.
Tell
I'm
us
trying to
more.
bring the chat back up.
Tell us more.
Shipment, just drive over.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, when I placed the order, there was 6 inches of snow on the ground, and everyone was panicking, and there were car accidents. And
6 inches.
All right,
we have 7-foot snowbanks over here.
yes, but you're used to it. Vader gets snow once a year, and everyone completely loses their mind. Every single year they forget that it always snows here once. It lasts for 4 days. Just stay home and you'll be fine. But no, they all go cruising off down the street like they're used to and end up upside down in a ditch, and everyone's grandmother freezes to death and then starves. And the local Facebook community when the snow hits is always just hilarious watching people.
I have a funny story about something like that. Al, do you remember Mike Mihalic?
Yes.
You remember Mike? Mike was a Division I football player. He was down at Indiana University. Anyways, we went down to visit him, and they had a snowstorm. But the snowstorm only dropped like not even a millimeter of snow on the ground, and people were panicking in Indiana, in Bloomington, Indiana. They were running to the stores, buying out the water, panicking. They're like, "Oh my God, the world's ending!" And 5 Canadian guys walking around with like no jackets on, like this is nothing. Come on, guys.
There was the guy. Most of the other guys on the Lego stream that I'm on are down in Georgia or South Carolina, and they got snow this year, and it might as well have been the apocalypse. I mean, it went full Mad Max. Just people eating their children and, burning their furniture in the yard to stay warm. It was hilarious.
This is very true. So can you tell us?
Back to the question. There was a question that I was.
It was. We sidetracked.
I've got an order of stuff coming from out of Darts, and it's all the parts necessary to build a bunch more proton pack blasters. So I'm going to be building at least 2 more of the minigun that I made for Al the Geek. I'm going to be building a pair of proton pack fed Percys, a pair of proton pack fed Chaoses. If I can get the cage from Maritime Foam, I might even make a pair of Vulcans. All big, ridiculous, ostentatious proton pack blasters. Because, you could just buy a Juno when you get your proton pack, but that's not nearly as much fun as having, a big old Space Marine rifle-y looking thing.
Nice.
And I'm going to sell them.
Nice. I was just going to ask, you're going to make them available to the
fans? This is specifically being made to sell because the proton pack will be available again soon. They're doing the final testing on the new boards. And so proton packs will be available. And as part of the launch of the new proton pack, I will be selling proton pack blasters.
Nice.
So
you're gonna do,
I don't plan to take commissions. It's going to be, I'm going to build ones that I feel like building, and then I will sell them. And you can either buy them or not as you see fit. If I have any fill-in.
Sorry, go ahead.
What?
You can do a little autograph on the blasters and put your little Captain Xavier mark on it, so people know.
I will put an X on it in permanent marker. Yeah.
That's it. Come on.
My unforgeable, absolutely authentic signature.
Listen,
I might be convinced to spray paint the X-Strike logo on there as well.
You need to because people want to showcase that they got your blaster, and you need to.
And I don't want to give them that because that's weird and creepy.
You're weird and creepy. Come on.
Yeah. Yes.
Come
Yeah.
on. Like,
True. One of the things I do hope to do is I'm hoping when I go to Maryland Mayhem is to bring a couple with me to put in Al the Geeks booth, and you can then buy the blaster from me and then commission him to paint it.
I like
or
that
just buy
idea.
it. Either way, you'll have options.
You can just buy it from me and use it, or you can, just say, okay, yep, here, now this goes to Al the Geek to paint. And because I'm not doing paint jobs. I hate paint jobs. I'm not good on them. I don't enjoy them. It is too damp here for the paint to ever really set. I got stuff I painted years ago. The paint's still a little tacky. Like, what's up with that? And I'm just going to do the internal builds. So for those of you in the chat, you heard it here first. Where I'll be selling them, I don't know yet. I still have an Etsy shop that I set up like in 2016. I could do it from there. That would be the easiest because then it will make the shipping labels for me. One of the more expensive parts is going to be the shipping. Those big blasters are not cheap to ship.
Just work it into
Etsy
your
does
price.
give a discount on shipping, though.
What? Yeah.
Etsy, if you buy the label through Etsy, they do a discount on it.
Yeah. So we'll be doing that. That's going to be fun. The goal for that is to make money to be able to travel to events. Because I don't make nearly as much money off YouTube as I used to, and so I need to supplement my travel funds somehow. So I'm going to sell some expensive fancy blasters. And one of these days we'll get around to doing what Al and I talked about, just modding up a bunch of strifes to send to him to paint and sell. Because currently all of his blasters are mostly stock. They just look cool. So if I could make him ones that actually have high performance, he could charge more. And I could get a cut.
And they'll come with a nice paint job if Al
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
them, so that's the bonus.
Really, much nicer paint job than I could ever manage. I am looking forward to him sending me a painted Titan so that I can make my own poor man's tier, because tier is lovely and all, but tier doesn't travel well. Tier is a scary color, and so I'm going to get an orange one. That'll be a little more friendly.
Less to fix also on the poor man's Titan if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I still need to fix the flywheel from your other Canadian friend who came here and broke my stuff. Pixie, you.
It was not Jeff's fault. It's the mugginess of the weather at your place that caused it to break down. It was not Jeff's fault. I know Jeff. He would not do such a thing. Pixie, I got your back.
Pixie needs to learn the beauty of the slow or the small controlled burst. He just held down the trigger and dumped the tank, and it blew a flywheel.
We know.
But in his defense, I've done that twice myself. So this is a known issue that right flywheel blows off the shaft. Which I know somebody who knows a thing or two about.
Wow. How do you live with yourself? Let me ask you straight up. How do you live with yourself? Come on now.
I am depressed and miserable.
Listen, you need a hug, friend. Find somebody
really
to give you a nice hug. If I was there, I'd offer you a hug. Maybe a reach round. I don't know.
You're your mother's son.
Wow. Okay. All right. Here we go.
You make it so easy. That's the problem. You're such a good straight man.
We pulled the cord on this conversation. I was trying to talk about Nerf stuff, and you went to the X-rated things. Come on now.
I think you said reach around first.
I did. No, wait, hold on. I did say reach around, but whatever. My fault. Always my fault.
There are children watching this stream.
Hi, kids. Probably mine. Mine are watching going, what the hell's my dad saying?
Hey, Roman.
Yeah. Son's gonna be like, Dad, what the hell's a reach around? You're too young.
I'll save you both. So then this past weekend, and this also leads into I'll have time now. I had a con this weekend, which was KatsuCon, which is also why I haven't had time to paint caps tighten. Now I have time again because my next one isn't until April. So that'll be happening soon. And also, I'm also going to be sending you the Warhammer X-Shot Blaster, the what's it called?
Yeah.
What's it called? The couple people and
The Insanity Line thing?
yeah, the Insanity one, the Clip Mania Blaster.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send you that one with that because I'll have time because I just had KatsuCon this weekend, and so I was lucky enough in my booth. I had Andrew, aka Darts Sweep, in the booth, and he had a lot of fun. This is one of his favorite events too, for reasons that we will not talk about. But anyways,
he may have cheesecake right now. I
wait a minute.
cheesecake.
I hear laughing in the background. Who? It's like is it coming from the crypt? Is it from someone else? Who is that? Who's laughing?
I'm trying to get this set up.
Friend, you better have some cheesecake.
You better have cheesecake, otherwise he will unleash. So I'll set it up while he's still figuring out his whole situation over there. But then we had KatsuCon, but I then also had my usual suspect, including my youth pastor from my church. She helps out too, and she has a lot of fun. She actually on Saturday was the only one selling anything, where the rest of us are sitting there filling the booth. But then also who I had this year was, I always have Wolfguard cosplay. Nate, whenever we're at a convention, you'll always see Nate, and he's just fantastic with helping out. But this year we also brought in one Cordell. Cordell is one of the admins from Maryland Foam Alliance and also from Maryland Mayhem. I had him in the booth with us too because he usually goes to Katsu, and he's like, "Hey man, can I just hang in your booth all weekend?" I said, "Yeah, man, sure." So we had Cordell this weekend as well, and man, it was a lot of fun between all of us. So it was between myself, Andrew, Cordell, my youth pastor, my boy Nate, and then also my buddy Brian. He's the one that you'll see him at someone like the con videos. He's one of also like my nearest and dearest best friend here in Virginia that helps out with a lot of them. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and people like big painted ridiculous things where some of them didn't even care that it's shot. They're just I want that. It shoots like crap. I don't care that. Okay.
How did the con go for you? It went well.
It went well. I do have a couple of complaints. Part of it, KatsuCon in terms of the actual event itself is always very successful and a lot of fun and goes well. Organization, administration sometimes can be a challenge, and part of it is just with the dealing with the hotel in terms of when they let us in and stuff like that. But it went a lot smoother this year, and I think there was new management. So I paid for a double booth end cap, which is a lot more money than regular booth, and they stuck me right in the back corner, which we had a lot of room, but you know where we're facing? We're facing the garage door to the dock.
That makes loading and unloading real easy.
Correct, but you also now put me as far away as possible with people. It's almost like the redheaded stepchild you put in the corner.
Al, if that ever happens to you again, you know what? Here's my advice to you. I would set up a little mini game with all the homies you had there and draw attention to your booth. You have a little dart battle happening right next to the dock.
Start indiscriminately shelling the rest of the merchant area. People just minding their own business, darts flying out of the sky. They're gonna go find out where they came from.
Yeah.
If we could, but that's the thing, no darts. So also on the Friday, and I noticed it because again, we're not stupid. We pay attention to a lot of things. And I noticed one, then two, then three people like staff coming by, and it's not like checking everything. They're purposely like checking us, including at one point a director coming over and making sure we weren't firing darts. And they were being very polite about it. But clearly they were on edge about us, where they were very unsure about us. Finally, by the end of the day, I won't go into all details, I finally came out because there was a few of them, including a lawyer, standing in front of my booth. I just came out to them. I said, "Hi, is there a problem? Let me know. I am happy to answer any questions you have. And if I'm not in compliance, please tell me because I have no idea what y'all are doing. But I just know that 5 times people have come to my booth today. We're just trying to make everyone happy. And by the way, 5 years I've been doing this. And I've never had a problem because I kind of know what I'm doing. So let me know what y'all need." They finally let us alone. And Saturday and Sunday was a great day. Location could have been better, but I'm not going to go crying and screaming. Stuff happens, but I did let it know that, yeah, location sucked. I used to be over there. I don't want that to happen next year. But so much fun. And with that, Andrew, you get set up over there, man? You're still figuring it out.
I haven't seen any cheesecake out of that man. I don't know if he's even should be allowed. Where's the cheesecake?
Hold on.
Show us
I
the
got something
cheesecake.
better. Oh, you can't even see it.
It's green screen.
It's been
Oh
black.
no!
Hold on.
Wait, there it goes. Is it gonna show?
Fully cooked bacon.
Damn it!
That's not cheesecake. That's bacon.
I feel like that's better than cheesecake.
That's his maybe, but this is Captain Xavier's birthday cheesecake extravaganza.
So I gotta be
I had
honest. I was
bacon earlier today.
I also
We'll
have
let it fly.
I also have Canadian bacon, uncured
Hey,
Canadian
There
bacon.
you go.
Ah!
There you go. Does it got
It was a
You mean
bacon
ham?
party.
Thinly sliced ham.
Pea-meal bacon is not just ham, friend. There
No,
are
it's thinly sliced ham.
I'm not even gonna start with you. You insulted my mother, you insult my pea-meal bacon. I had enough of you.
Well, happy birthday, Mr. President. Did they give you a Marilyn Monroe send off? Oh man.
God, they gave I don't know what it was. It made my cat genuinely run out of the shop.
The dogs in my neighborhood started howling. I don't know.
Doesn't surprise me. So what are we celebrating? Super Sweet 16,
Oh,
Captain Xavier?
I am 42. It is a very
Oh, my
precocious age
goodness.
in life, the universe, and everything. It's 6 times 7. It's you know.
It's math. Excellent. Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 40s. Well, you're a part of the 40 and up club, I guess. So we're all qualified for double mega XLs here.
Nice.
It's like we planned it. Even though it's his birthday, we keep on bringing everyone that's older than him. We should have brought in a bunch of kids. Then he'd really feel like a grumpy old dude.
So
Well,
how
half
did
the chat 12, so
I'm just gonna refer to Cap as kiddo from now on. Hey, kiddo,
yeah. Listen here, son. Have some respect.
respect your
Kiddo.
elder.
That's right.
So what did we
Actually-
do for the festivities? How are we celebrating this
I'm
wondrous
hanging out with
day?
these moose eating cheesecake. That's
Oh,
Someone
That's
said
the party.
cheesecake.
I like that.
They did also install fiber internet at my house today, so that was awesome.
Oh, welcome to the 21st century now. We got the compound on
Yeah.
online now, huh?
Soon, I still have to wait for them to come give me the router, which should be either tomorrow or Friday.
Nice. That's exciting. Excellent.
The box has been screwed to the side of my house, which is
Very cool. Very
like someone I
cool.
know.
Wait a minute. I think Andrew can redeem himself because even though he brought bacon to a cheesecake party, he might have root beer. He might have root beer in his house.
That is true. I might have root beer in my house. Let's see.
Let's see if you got root beer.
Listen,
Everything
Redemption
but
with through
cheesecake.
root beer.
Nothing but excuses from this guy.
Listen, Cap. In all fairness, bacon is some people's cheesecake, right? Like, gotta give him that.
He still loves bacon. He just wants to see Andrew
You
put a
know-
candle in it.
I could see cheesecake and bacon going actually fairly well together.
Sprinkle some bacon.
You'd think. No, I've had ice cream bacon and it was surprisingly delicious.
Yep.
No, it's one of those. There's flavors you don't expect to go together, but when you think about it, the things, salty, savory things pair better with sweet things than you'd think. Like
Hear me
orange
out.
juice with breakfast, or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Hear me
Candied
out.
bacon. Yeah, what you got?
Goes
deep-
with everything.
Deep fried cheesecake with bacon wrapped around it.
I'd give it a try.
I try.
I'm in.
I'd try
I'm in.
That's what I'm
It's
talking
bacon.
Once a philosopher, twice a pervert. You know.
about.
We can't take you anywhere, right? Spicy
Oh,
pickles.
a spicy
No
pickle.
pickles.
Spicy
No
pickles.
pickles.
Listen, guys. Just so we're all clear. To all the blaster enthusiasts out there, spicy pickles is what Cap likes. Make sure you bring him some all the time at events. Do it.
Yeah,
In
if
a
you
piece
wanna
of
see me
cheesecake.
choke to death,
In a piece
bring
of
me a
cheesecake.
spicy pickle.
Spicy pickles.
In a piece of cheesecake.
Where do those pirate blasters go?
All
Yeah,
right.
By the
where
way,
are
also-
those pirate blasters?
Yeah, and there's also just a quick shout out. We have Wolf, so Wolfguard cosplay. So basically, I have my whole booth here missing about one person from the weekend on the live stream today.
Let's get Cordell on here.
He is. Cordell's on. He's in the chat at least.
There you go.
Smuggled in from Australia.
There they are.
How'd you get those from Australia?
Yeah, me once.
Somebody posted a picture on one of the Facebook groups that these had shown up in Australia, and I commented, I would love to get a pair of those. And somebody said, all right, I'll send you a pair. So they sent me a pair. They also sent me a pair of the big musket ones, which I was not expecting the muskets. I really just wanted the pistols.
Can we get a firing demo? Is that possible without
They didn't even bother to take them out of the box. So the package they sent them in was huge coming from Australia, which is nuts. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to imagine that this is a blaster and there's a dart and then the dart shoots out. That's your firing demo.
He's got a video. You can watch the video. He fires them.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of effort.
It is.
And I will hopefully have 4 more coming because Judd's going to smuggle me some more.
Hold on.
Shout out to Judd.
Isn't Dart Zone an American company? Can't they release that locally? You guys got some ins there.
Well, here's the thing.
You know something.
It wasn't released. It wasn't released as Dart Zone. It wasn't even released as Adventure Force. There is no brand marking anywhere on the box. It doesn't say Adventure Force. It doesn't say Dart Zone. The only reason I know it's Dart Zone
is fine print.
The fine print on the bottom of the box. Blaster and dart designed by Dart Zone.
There must be some kind of licensing agreement that doesn't allow them to make it or distribute it here, I guess.
I don't know.
That's exactly what it is. There always is, man. It probably will in some version at some point.
Yeah.
It might also be a test market. Who knows? We don't always get the inside scoop, and sometimes it's just like, dude, check this out. Oh, yay, sweet.
Yeah, sometimes there'll be color variants that pop up overseas that we were just like, what? We didn't know about that. So
yeah.
Just
the pistol is a 4-shot revolver. The musket is, I think, an 8-shot revolver. The only thing I wish instead of trying to make it look like a musket that has a revolver built in here, I wish they'd make it look like a volley gun.
Yep.
Wish they made it look like this, where the revolver's on the end, but bigger. So I wish the cylinder was all the way in the front and there was nothing in front of it and it was just 9 barrels. Because that's actually a thing that exists. If you look up a knock volley gun, they're really cool looking. And I love it. So this will definitely be replacing the old Busby pirate pistols from my pirate loadout, because a 4-shot revolver is way better.
Are you looking to upgrade those at all in any way other than paint?
I might look into it, because since they're Dart Zone, they're solid quality plastic, and since they were originally released in Australia, they might be weaker than they need to be. They hit 75 FPS, which is perfectly good for a muzzleload revolver. But I might give it a try just to see what it can take.
If you ask me, they would be sweet at anywhere between 110 and 120.
I like it. I think it's gonna be fun for HVZ, and it's already in red, so it's already in my colors.
Yeah, and from the pictures originally, I thought it was like a deep mahogany. It's actually a translucent red, and it's super cool.
That looks like so much fun. I want one. I want one.
Anybody from Australia watching, send some down.
Yes, please.
Yeah, send some more.
We'll understand.
Now, just FYI, now you folks in the US know how we in Canada feel, because we can never get any blasters up here. If there's anything Target exclusive, forget it. We're not seeing it up here unless we're driving across the border. Pretty soon.
Yeah, I feel so bad. People post blasters that they get and like on Facebook and everything, and then all the Canadians and Australians, they're not here.
Yeah, we cry, we shed tears. I mean, it saves our pocketbooks, but
doesn't Maritime go over the border every now and then, try to smuggle some contraband in?
He does.
You also know when Anthony's traveling, because random boxes start showing up at my house, and that's how you know he's going to show up in mayhem, because he drives down and collects everything he's ordered over the air from my house.
I know the Tang guys do the same thing. A-Team and Hicks and Boo.
Yeah, they've had me mail a few things to a PO box they have on the American border.
In Buffalo, that's what's his name.
That's what a lot of folks down
That's
here
blues.
do. They'll get a PO box in Buffalo or whatever close border town they're close to, and they'll ship things there. So,
That's
Jim,
smart.
let people know that don't know how far is the border from Toronto?
Buffalo, an hour from where I'm at. It's not too bad.
There are 3 border crossings right there from from downtown Toronto. The closest, if you're going, let's say from straight downtown, from downtown to the first one.
Yeah, hour and a half to hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, because there's 3 of them within about 10, 11 miles.
Yeah, Erie, the Peace Bridge there, and I forget what the other one is.
And the Rainbow Bridge, which is Niagara Falls.
That's right.
No, Windsor's even further, man. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm just talking
4 hours.
Yeah, man, that's Detroit.
Nobody wants to go to Detroit. Not even Americans want to go to Detroit.
Detroit doesn't even want to be in Detroit.
True.
I feel so bad for well, your president's trying to bring it back. He's trying to bring the auto sector back to Detroit. So
Yeah.
no politics. Let's talk.
No. So Andrew, tell us what was your highlight from this weekend, man, being at KatsuCon?
Oh gosh, what was it? It was sensory overload, as cons tend to be. It was a lot of people for a very small con, but I think a lot of people go to this one specifically to do the socializing. So the vendor hall, well, I think the big highlight that made the news was the sewage leak,
Oh my
or
God,
whatever.
that's right.
So we were there.
Tell us more.
Well, we were there the first day. There's really nothing to tell. I was there the first day. We set up shop and we were doing our thing. I went to the restroom and I came back. This was probably, we must have been there for maybe 3 or 4 hours at this time. And then got out of the restroom and I was like, it still smells like the restroom out here. And I was like, is that me? I don't know what's going on here. And I get back there and then apparently it made the news, but there was a sewage leak or something that was in the neighboring exhibit hall. So the vendor hall is separate from the artist hall, but they're next door to each other. But apparently there was the sewage leak that was in the next room next to us where the artist alley was, and it was stinking up the entire exhibit hall. And I guess it made the news, and they said it was gray water from the kitchen. I don't know if gray water smells like that usually. So,
it might when you mix it with 3,000 unwashed nerds.
Yeah, it's possible, but it definitely had a very nice aroma for the weekend, I would say. I think they were able to fix it for the last day, but that was probably the highlight, was trying to figure out what that smell was, if it was me, Al, or Nate, or Cordell. It turned out to be the facility itself, and I think it was big enough that it made the news, right?
It did. It made the local news. See, there we go.
Yeah, because they, all these people come in for this con. It's one of these large cons, and something like that can shut a whole place down. So I guess they were concerned how that would affect the event and all the guests in there. And it's a very fancy schmancy hotel that's on the Washington Potomac Pier, or I don't know. It's on the Potomac, right?
Yeah, the National Harbor right there. You see a big Ferris wheel.
It's got a big Ferris wheel, huge bridge that takes you there. The MGM Casino's right next door. So as we were leaving, actually, it was bumper to bumper traffic trying to get out because the casino had all this traffic. I guess people were trying to get their bets in late Saturday and Sunday as we were going.
Something.
But cosplay is always strong. I got to say, if you guys have never been to any of these Comic-Con cosplay heavy conventions where people really go all out, highly recommend. People put a lot of effort and time into their cosplay, and something that's way beyond my skill set, but I can completely I do video production. So anytime people are presenting things that they've made that can actually be filmed, which is what I like to do, is the main reason I go to these cons. Al will tell you, is because I cheat and I dip off and I try to find people that will be willing to give me a few seconds of their time for me to photo and film. So, but it was so busy, you couldn't even move around this time. So I basically just kind of hung around the booth and tried to grab people that were coming by the booth instead of, wandering the aisles trying to grab people, just because there was so many people. But yeah, no, cosplay's fantastic. I know, a bunch of us in the hobby community are into cosplay, and there's a lot of crossover between foam flinging and that, and yeah, it's a good time. It's always funny when people go to like the weapons vendor there, and then they come to ours, which just happened to be right next to the weapons vendor this time, and they see that, oh, we actually have working prop weapons over here, and they're always sorry that they didn't see our booth first, and that's what we got a lot this week, I think, which is always a good thing. So
the other advantage is having both Cordell and Andrew in the booth is why we do it, because again, conventions, let's face it, it's a lot of who all we are anyways, nerd culture on parade, and so they got a real good chance to push a lot of what the hobby does, Maryland Foam Alliance, Maryland Mayhem, to a lot of people that are interested. And again, as much as you try to spread it, as one Captain Xavier say, we suck at marketing. They're there to really help, like kind of, no, this is a thing. So Andrew always has a video, and the both of them had we're able to like give people the website for Maryland Mayhem, Maryland Foam Lines, but at the same time, we had a lot of out of towners. So I tell them, and they said, well, I'm not local. Fine. Where are you from? And there wasn't a single person that we could not tell them of a club that was within an hour or less of where they are, which is again what we're also doing kind of. So it's kind of, that's why I love having them in there as well. It's like I can sell stuff, but it's also pushing the hobby and trying to grow everything too.
That's a great idea, by the way.
Yeah, guys. We had people that would stop by. They're like, I'm from out of town, from North Carolina. Oh, well, go check out, Hampton Roads Nerf Club. Or, we have people from California. Or Atlanta was a big one for some reason. We're like, yo, go check out Atlanta Blaster Club. Tell them WFA sent you, So it's a great networking opportunity for people, A, that don't know that this thing even exists. But B, after they buy something from Al, that they can actually go somewhere with it and play with it, and not only locally, but anywhere they go around, at least in the U.S. for the most part. So
in Canada too, we got a few small.
And Canada, that's right.
Thank you, Jeff and
right.
Jeff.
We didn't get any Canadians, I don't think, did we this year? We got a couple.
Yes, we did. We got a couple.
Did we?
Yep.
For running and hosting events. They've been doing one of the guys that's part of Tangs has been running a CQB event down here, which seems to be a lot of fun for the guys. I haven't gone to check one out yet. I plan to, but it seems like a lot of fun. So they rent out airsoft field, and they just run a Nerf event. And it's a lot.
Where's the airsoft field?
They did one in Toronto. The next one's in Mississauga. Remember the old laser quest towel on Dundas, Dixie and Dundas? There was a laser.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
So that old laser quest field turned into an airsoft field, and they're running one coming up. If you check Tang, the Facebook page, you can find out. If you're in the Toronto Mississauga area, check it out for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, that definitely seems to be the trend. I think we were mentioning it before, but a lot of groups are finding their ways, now. I think a lot of the venues are kind of seeing that, there is an opportunity to fill up the space with other things besides airsoft and paintball. And we're seeing a lot of indoor play, transition from outdoors into these indoor venues. I know the Maryland guys currently are actually looking for, aside from myself, but the other couple clubs are actually looking for optional indoor venues in case the weather doesn't cooperate. So, that's the only way you can guarantee, honestly, events to happen. If you're playing in the park, nothing wrong with playing in a park, but just from my personal experience, we've had to cancel so many events just because weather's unpredictable. But when you're able to have like an indoor venue, you can guarantee the event's going to happen, and you can guarantee at least some type of attendance. So it's pretty cool to see, you know, a lot of other clubs getting the opportunities to play indoors. I think one of the big challenges is actually just reaching out to the venues and, you know, just getting your foot in the door and say, I know this is going to sound weird, but we're a bunch of grown adults playing with Nerf, and we will pay you money if we can rent your field. And, you know, there's birthday parties and all these other things that can come from it. And maybe there's something we can work together on. And, you know, that's kind of how I approach, you know, dealing with indoor venues.
You know who needs indoor venues?
Everyone.
Everyone, but it's specifically someone over there that like, has he put it 6 months of the year? It's the eternal dampness.
Yeah, but we're used to it.
About.
We own raincoats.
Yeah,
but we
that's
actually
why
have.
you but you don't have events in January.
Yes, we do.
Well, yeah, now you do. Well, now you do. Sorry, keep going. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we have an indoor venue. We've got a guy up in the Everett area, north of Seattle, who found a venue that was affordable that he could run events in. It's a section of a mall that they walled off.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
I don't know why they decided to wall off that section of the mall, but they did. It used to have a theater in it. It used to have a bunch of store in it, and they just open it up. Some of the stores are actually open to us, so we can use them as staging areas. And then there's just a section of hallway that we use for the Nerfing. We set up a bunch of pop-up tents and other cover, and they run all kinds of neat scenarios. So, yeah,
how often do they do that?
Once a month. They've been doing it once a month. They're going to do 2 more, and then by then, Borst will be back open. So,
and is that those are the shorts we're seeing Coney Dog and Flux at the mall? Those is that what those are? Yeah, looks really cool.
Yeah, and if you look at my thrifted loadout video, that was for that at one of those events, which I do plan to do for the next 2 events. I'll do thrifted loadouts for the next 2 mall battles.
So cool. And just by the footage at the mall battles, it looks like they get a lot of attendance, which is really cool.
Yeah. No, they one of them, the second one, or I think it was the first one. The first one was bigger than the venue could handle. There were too many people for the amount of space we had. But it's a little less now, but still, you know, 20, 30 people on a team.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good turnout. And a lot of new faces.
That's good.
Because that's further north than most of us attend. And so, yeah, you'll get kids showing up with, you know, all they've got is an X-Shot blaster. And then you'll like me and Sergeant Deplorable showing up with 3 proton packs between us. And just running amok. The FPS limit is a lot lower. They do it at 130 because it's all CQB. It's all indoors. It's a lot of little kids. Nobody has a problem with that. During the lunch break, they do high FPS rounds. They did Nerf ball this last time, and it was actually really well done.
So that's the thing about the FPS for us is about 150 indoors.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I sit, like in terms of what's good for indoor FPS. I don't think it should be higher than 150. I don't know if it should be 120 or 150, but.
So I think it really depends on the field size, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the first game they allowed 150, and enough of the little kids kind of, you know, got hit in the face and cried that they decided to lower it a little bit, and there was less of that. Sergeant Deplorable did peg some poor child point blank range with the 3S Moto Strike, so it took mega to the forehead at pretty much point blank range.
Been there.
Welcome to the hobby, kid.
So bad about it, and we gave him so much grief. The little kid had a shield. So Lance, I mean, there was nothing you could do. Lance shot. The kid dropped the shield so it wouldn't hit the shield and took it to the forehead. You're like, it was in no way Lance's fault, but we absolutely harangued him for the rest of the day about, you know, brutalizing a small child.
You haranguing people? No, Jim. You have any input on that?
No. No, I don't give anyone the business.
No.
So I would say, just based off of my experience at our indoor venue, our dimensions. So our field split into 2 fields. each field is 90 by 30. And I do a cap of 160 so people can use their strife and other, dart zone kind of the high, whatever. And then on the comp field, so we'll run general game types on that one at 160. We'll run some sillies and awful rounds there as well. But then on the other field, I let it go to 200, and we have that specifically set up for the comp players, so the comp players can get their reps in. Traditionally, comp is 200 to 250, depending which blaster. I just keep it at 200, as a compromise, to let them have a little bit more power, but not exceed the space that they'll allow it. But then we had another indoor event for Super Bowl Sunday that was on a larger field that was more like a standard comp size field. It's around 170 by, I think it was 170 by 90. And we did that at 200. So I think it depends on like the field size and then what your players are comfortable with. So if that helps.
Yeah. See, if I were to run an event, I'd always structure it to run have it progress as the time goes. So for the first hour, I would say, let's make it stock. No ghost guns, so the kids can come out and play. And then in the second hour, raise it up a bit because most of the kids would probably fall off or go home or whatever. And then you can raise it up. And then for the hardcore players, in the last hour, you bump it up to whatever, 200, whatever is reasonable for the space.
Yeah.
So I would do it like
and that's logical. And yeah, that's what we do is we start off with stock, then we'll do like a silly ammo or an awfuls round, and then we'll move to pistols or a modded round and just keep it there for the rest of the days with that progression. Exactly.
So any problem, I don't know if it's for you guys down there, but our issue for indoor is price for entry. Like it costs money for brick and mortar, right? So if you're renting a space to go and play, it's going to cost you. So depending on how many players you get show up, it could cost anywhere between $30 to $50. $50 is a bit steep for Nerf, but if you're a hardcore player, you'll pay the money because you want to have the experience because you got nowhere else to go. That's our issue here. I don't know how it is for you guys, but for us, it's pricey.
I think the problem with Toronto is just because Toronto is much like, I guess the similarity would be like New York or Chicago, where because it is high congestion, it is so heavily populated that all real estate opportunities, everything's expensive. Whereas once you get outside the city, well, Toronto, from Niagara Falls to Ottawa, it's just humanity. Good luck finding anything kind of cheap. So I think that's part of the problem that Toronto suffers is because they know the real estate demand. Once you get out into somewhere like for us locally, in around my area, trying to find something cheap, good luck. It's expensive. Two of the Maryland groups, like one is the Fairgrounds, which is very cheap, but then it's also way down in more like a smaller part of Maryland. Andrew lucked out where he is because it's still kind of a dense population, but he was able to strike a deal.
And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier when, going to venues and kind of presenting your case to them is that, this is not just a rental, you're not just looking to rent their space, but you're kind of looking to build a relationship and offer, other opportunities if you're allowed to play there in exchange for maybe a discounted rate or something like that. I know prepaying for venues, so you book a date and say you'll prepay if you can get a discount is sometimes a good approach. But really, I'm lucky in the fact that, I can shoot videos and things like that. So, what I do is I say, because a lot of these places are like, it's $200 an hour, $150 an hour. And, that again, it's a lot of money. But I was saying, this is what I can afford. Let's work something out. Where we do a birthday night or kids night, and all that revenue can go to you, or you let us rent the field, we'll charge admission, and then if we make a profit, we can split that profit with you. Or in my case, I was like, I shoot videos, I do social media, if we can work out a deal, I'll shoot you, some sizzle reels and, do some stuff for your social media. So
or just
whatever
bring them a lot of cheesecake.
Yeah,
bring them a lot of
some
cheesecake.
So whatever angle you can kind of present to it. But I think a lot of these places, especially now, they're realizing that they need to have, other things to offer. And, foam flinging is family friendly. It's relatively inexpensive, and it gets people in the doors because everyone does it. So
It's not
I
going to
think a lot
damage
of
the property.
yeah,
Oh,
and a
all
lot
right,
of people
gentlemen.
are kind of open to that, especially if it's not being used. You have soccer fields that are being used, indoor soccer fields being used in the winter, but they're not being used in the summer because no one plays soccer
Exactly.
indoors. Yeah, so
All right, gentlemen,
So-
we got to wrap it up because it is someone's birthday.
oh
And he
geez,
does. I know it is 10 o'clock. So first and foremost, Andrew, quickly, who do you got on the show next Wednesday?
that is a great question. I will let you guys know as soon as I find out.
So you know what? Next Wednesday, I can confidently say it is not a birthday celebration. It is no one's birthday. But next Wednesday, definitely tune in for Foam Zone to find out who Andrew will have next week on Foam Zone, brought to you by Dart Sweep.
Who is that guy?
If you got no one, just grab Jim. He'll go with you because he likes doing this stuff anyway. So you can have Jim. But
I want to say
anyways,
it's Dorian Coleman. If anyone
there you
knows.
go. So then actually, you know what? Let's go back to the birthday boy. Dude, happy birthday, brother. Any final thoughts, questions, and stuff before I wrap this thing up?
Well, my thanks to everyone in the chat who wished me a happy birthday and who showed up for this. Very much appreciated. This has been a lot of fun. It's always good to get the opportunity to give Jim grief.
That's what
I appreciate him coming and having
That's why he
cheesecake. I
showed
look
up.
forward to giving him grief in person again at some point.
Soon, hopefully soon, my friend.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to traveling to events again. I did almost no travel last year. I'm looking to get to at least 4 or 5 events this year, plus all of our local events, plus the events that I host at my place, and hopefully a couple of Lego conventions as well. I want to get to both of those, and that's about all I got.
Awesome.
We'll go eat good food, have a root beer float. It's gonna be lovely.
He's got
this
the
guy
buff on
young.
and stuff. I tell you, man. Well, he is the youngin in this group.
That's
I'm
right.
not
He
the
is
old
the
guy.
baby.
He's
Jim,
the
by
old-
7 months, he beat me. Ha! But
I'm the
anyways,
old man.
although my beard is more white and bigger. But anyways, I look old. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for tuning in for another episode of Get Off My Lawn. As always, the worldfoamalliance.com. It will be coming out, and we are working on it, and I'm very excited about it because we have a lot of progress happening, and things will be released
A lot.
very soon. A lot, which is fantastic. Again, with the YouTube channel, as always, we're a nonprofit, so make sure to like and subscribe, push it, help us monetize, help us make some kind of money, because then when we have money, we can actually pay for things, which means it gets done faster and quicker, and we grow bigger. With that said, you can find us again in 2 weeks on Get Off My Lawn. Do we have a guest? Probably. Do I know who it is right now? No, but we'll let you know, and we'll go from there. Now, with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again. Be safe. Go have fun, man. Can't wait to see you all again. Cap, happy birthday.
Happy
you crazy
birthday,
mook.
old man.
birthday,
Happy birthday,
You
Mr.
mook.
Yeah, mook. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
lawn.